Hey everybody, Chad from Pasture Lake Cabins. Thanks for joining us for the quick tip of the day. What I want to show you guys is how I tie a uni knot. Now, a uni knot to me is the most effective fishing knot. I know there's 1,000 fishing knots out there. I've experimented with a lot of them. Here is the knot that I've found that works 90% of the time, and that's what I really want, is to find those techniques that work most of the time, because if you do that, it's going to enable you to spend more time fishing and actually catching more fish. The uni knot is a go-to knot for me. It's the one that I use most of the time. I highly recommend you learn how to use it. It's simple. So today I'm going to be demonstrating with an oddball jig. Oddball jigs, by the way, are my favorite jigs. What I'm showing you here today is a gold oddball jig. P.S. by the way, this works phenomenal on Ottoman Lake. What I like about the oddball, it's got the super big eye, a heavy head, which presents the minnow up, or the bait, and a sharp hook. This is the working end of the line. I'm going to take the working end and thread it through the eye of the jig. And for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to lay everything out. I wouldn't do this when I'm actually tying the knot, but just for demonstrating today, this is what I'm going to do. That's the standing end. That goes back to my fishing rod. That's the working end. That's where all the fun is going to take place. I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack. Again, I wouldn't be doing this on the ground, but I do this in the boat. I wrap it around all four of my fingers. And then, again, for demonstration purposes, I'm just laying everything down. You see the working end here. My loop goes through the eye of the jig. There's the standing end, which goes back to the fishing pole. Now I'm going to take that loop and just lay it right on top of the standing end. So basically I have three different lines there that I want to combine. You see where they cross, and I'm going to take this working end and I'm going to go through this loop 6 to 7 times. And so I don't bore you to death, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. There, now you can see I've gone around the 6 to 7 times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this knot down. So there, I'm just taking the working end and I'm sliding it up just to kind of cinch my knot up. Now I'm going to grab the standing end and tighten the knot. So now there's the knot. But what I want to do is slide that down to the base of the jig. So I'm going to do that by just taking the standing end, pulling on the jig in the opposite direction. And what that'll do is slide that knot all the way down to the base of the jig. Just give it a quick tug there, and boom, that's a tight knot. That's what you're looking for. Now I got this long line, this on the working end. I'm just going to take a knife and trim that off. This I do in the boat. You got to be careful that you don't nick the standing end and you don't nick your knot for obvious reasons. Clip that off. And there you go. That's the quick tip for today. Thanks for joining us. And make sure you stay tuned to Pasture Lake Cabins for more quick tips like this.